Switched reluctance motor works on the basis of switching on and switching off the group of circuit one by one in rotation. The slide shows four pole pairs on stator side. Each pole pair forms a different circuit. Only one circuit at a time is active, and each circuit has a turn to become active in sequence. When one of the circuit among all the circuit in the form of stator concentrated silent pole windings get chance to switch on, it pulls the nearest rotor pole towards it as shown on slide. This switching takes place continuously and rotor keeps on rotating. Circuit consisting of stator windings will have wire resistance and inductance associated with it. Inductance, that is a function of angular position of rotor, must be considered as a varying quantity as rotor rotates. Let us write an equation relating supplied voltage and drops in winding resistance R and inductance L. This equation is shown on slide in the next column. The equation in the next step is in the expanded form since inductance is a function of rotor angle theta. On including angle theta in the equation changes as shown in the next step. Since d theta by dt is angular speed, we generally express it as omega, so equation changes as shown in the next step. Now let us multiply the equation by current I to get power input to the circuit. Now the input power equation reads as R into I square plus L into I into di by dt plus I square into dl by d theta into omega. We want to replace the term which is shown in the green box, that is L into I into di by dt. For that purpose we want to differentiate the energy that is contained in the form of reactive power in the inductor, which is shown in the next column of the slide. On differentiating the equation with respect to time, we get the equation shown in the next step. Again replacing the term dl by dt by dl by d theta into omega, we get the equation shown in the next step. Now the equation is rearranged to replace the term in our earlier equation. This reads as L into I into di by dt is equal to derivative with respect to time of EL minus 1/2 into I square into dl by d theta into omega. Now the term in the equation we get power. Now replace the term in the equation to get power equation shown below. After replacing the term, we get the equation of power shown in the last line of middle column. This equation is input power equated to copper losses, reactive mechanical power, reactive magnetic power, and power converted from electrical to mechanical power. Taking away mechanical power, we have a mechanical power Pm as 1/2 I square into dl by d theta into omega, that is shown in the next column. Since mechanical power is a product of torque and speed, we get the equation for torque as Tm is equal to 1/2 into I square into dl by d theta. Now let us consider the controller circuit shown on slide. This circuit has four parallel paths. Each path connects stator winding to DC supply through two switches. These switches are transistors that may be turned on or off using external control signal. If we consider position of rotor is at largest reluctance at the beginning of starting motor, then reluctance could be assumed to decrease as rotor rotates. When reluctance goes from larger to smaller value, inductance would rise from smaller to larger value. As a part of inductor's transient phenomena, current would start from zero and rise to higher value. Since both inductance L and current I through inductor are rising, torque and magnetic energy are also rising. Depending upon these rising values, we have to turn off one of the transistor for some period of time. During this period, energy is partly consumed to keep current value above certain value to keep sufficient torque available. For keeping approximately constant torque, we have to turn on and off the supply couple of times. When rotor rotates up to a region of constant inductance, we have to turn off both transistors for all energy to return to the supply. Consider the graphs shown on right side of slide. We see rising inductance with rate of change of inductance with time or rotor angle is positive. When this curve becomes horizontal, rate of change of inductance with angle is 0 and is negative for remaining portion of graph. We have to operate motor when this value is positive. Reason is clear from equation of torque. Initially, when both transistors are on, current rises to maximum value. Afterwards, when one of the transistors is disconnected, energy stored in inductor is returned to the supply. Such a rising and dropping of current controls the average current value and also average torque value. Finally, when region of rising inductance finishes, both transistors are turned off and all energy is returned to the supply.